now we are working with a report trigger, right? So first of all, we want to develop a simple report which is having the one parameter. Later we are going to implement the report triggers. Then you can get the clarity. So here, first I want to develop a simple report which is having one parameter. So I'm directly using the bind parameter. Okay, if you want to use the means normal parameter also, we can use it, because of we want to know where exactly the triggers is going to fire. So in the morning section I told you this is the area the triggers is fire, but we don't know where exactly the triggers is going to fire. We want to find out the sequence of the triggers and how it is going to fire. Okay, then here click on OK. Then now the query has one bind parameter. Then go to a layout model. So first of all, we should off the confine mode and flex mode and adjust the edit margin. Once we adjust the edit margin, then we design the layout of our report. Just I want to display only 5 columns in this report. So we set the expand. Here we can give the source. Next we can give the source to each and every field. The first one is employee number, employee name, job, salary, department number. Okay. Now we select the all fields. We don't have lines. We don't want any colors. Now we compile the report and run it. And here we pass the value. Based on that value, the report is generated and get the output. Right. So now we want to understand how we are going to apply the report triggers. Okay. Basically here, whenever we want to write a report triggers in our report, first of all, at which scenario we want to use the report trigger. So the report triggers which is used to execute the some logics, right? But up to now we don't know what are the logics we want to implement in our reports. But I want to know where exactly the triggers is going to fire. At which level the triggers is going to fire. In the morning session, what I told you, before parameter form trigger, when exactly it is will be fired? Before opening the parameter window, this trigger is fired. But here, but we don't know. As per the point of time, we are clearly about that. We don't know where exactly the trigger is fired. I want to understand where exactly the trigger is fired in our report runtime, right? So for that purpose, here in Object Navigator, we are find out the triggers. Okay, then here observe this one. What is the sequence is there? What is the first one? The first one is before parameter form, after parameter form, before report, between pages and after report. Okay, the same sequence, okay, which is we discussed, the same sequence is available in our report builder. The first one, first I want to understand when this before parameter trigger is fired. We want to understand when this respected trigger is going to fire in our report at runtime, right? So whenever I'm going to run the report, this trigger is going to fire before opening the parameter form window, right? Then for that purpose, go to PL SQL editor, okay, program units, then just here observe this one, double click on this one, we can go for or else property inspector, sorry, PL SQL editor, right click and you can find out the PL SQL editor. Here we can write a message. Observe this one. What is this one? What is the object? If it is a program or function or procedure, whatever it may be. What is that? Here it is a function. If you go for format trigger also, you can find out the function. We already find out the function in summary column where formula column, right? So what is the rule of function? Return a value. Already written a value. So the logic is clear. Which is the syntax is there in our function. The function syntax is correct, right? Now we want to write a logic, but which logic we want to write it? We don't know. Okay, fine, not a problem. It is a simple report. We don't have any logic we want to write here. But I want to know where exactly this trigger is going to fire. Okay, so for that purpose, I want to display a simple message in this trigger. I want to display a simple message in this trigger. So for that purpose, I am using one predefined package. Predefined package. What is that? SRW, right? In the morning session we discussed SRW package, right? But where that SRW package is located in our report builder. Okay. Suppose already I told you the SRW is a package which contains the multiple programs. There are a lot of programs, but we don't know what are the programs are there in our package. We want to understand what are the programs are there in our SRW package in report builder. Okay, that is the reason here we can go for built-in packages in report builder. Then these are all are the packages which are standard packages in report builder. Each and every package is developed by Oracle Corporation. Okay, then in this all packages, what is our package we want to use? SRW, third one, right? Observe this one. It is a package specification, right? In this SRW, then again we have list of programs. There are number of programs are there which is applicable for our requirement. Then we can use that. But in this one, we cannot possible to use each and every program. We can use only few programs as per our requirement. Right now, I want to display a message in our report trigger. For that purpose, I am using one program that is called as a message. This one SRW dot message. Observe this one. This message contains how many parameters? Observe this one. This is the program, right? After the message we have two parentheses. One is the open and another one is the close. Then in that open, message number is a one parameter. Then we have a comma, right? After that we have a text. So for this program, if you want to execute this program, how many parameters we want to pass? Two parameters, message number and message text. Are we clear or not? Okay. If you want to use the substring or any string functions, right, we definitely pass the parameters, right? So same like as here also, if you want to execute this program, we should pass two parameters. Then for this message only, I am talking about only message. Each and every one we have some different one. Suppose add a definition, it is having only one parameter. It is having only one parameter. Message having two parameters, one is message number, another one is message text. So whenever we want to execute this program, definitely we should pass how many programs? Sorry, how many parameters? Two parameters. Now I want to use this SRW package in my report. Then where we want to use report trigger. Okay. Then here before parameter form. Now I want to use it. SRW dot message. SRW dot message. Then here we can give the message number. You can give any number, it is accepted, right? Then now I am giving the number is 1. Then next we are giving the comma, and we can give the text message. Okay, always whenever we are giving the any text message, you should maintain the colon. Okay, otherwise system does not recognize, it is getting the error. Okay, then here this is before parameter form trigger, right, and close it. Is it necessary to write a return statement? Is it necessary to write a return statement? No need to require, already is there. Already is there. Suppose if you remove that return statement, automatically it is getting the error. It does not compile also. Okay. Now compile it and close it. Now observe this one. Now we can check it whether that report is running properly or not. Then layout model and go to program, compile it and run it. Observe this one. It is not error, just simply I pass a message. This is before parameter form trigger, which is we specify, that will be going to specify what is the number 1. Okay, it is having 5 digits character. Okay, then here automatically it shows us it is a before parameter trigger, whatever it may be. Okay, whether you can specify your name is appear here. Okay, now click on OK. Observe this one. Click on OK. Automatically the parameter window is going to appear. Okay, now we pass the value and run it. Because we have only one trigger, we applied only before parameter trigger, right? In the same manner, I want to execute one more trigger. What is that? After parameter form trigger. Then here srw dot message, it is the second one. This is after parameter form trigger. Compile it and close it. Compile it and close it. Again we can run the program. Before run the program, better to compile it and run it. First one is before parameter form, and pass the value and run it after parameter form trigger, right? Then now directly we enter into the open output. Clear? Then in the same manner we want to execute one more trigger. Then so srw dot message, this is trigger. Compile it and close it. Now let it be check it. Before that you should compile the report and run it. Before parameter form and after parameter form, and the next automatically we are getting the one more trigger before report trigger. Okay, once we run this one, here observe this one, the report does not output, that does not generate the output. Keep on, it is waiting, hold it. Okay, now click on OK, get the output, right? But here this report is having how many pages? Only one page, right? Now I want to implement one more trigger between pages. srw message, fourth one, this is between pages trigger. Write it, compile and close it. Now we can run it. Then click on run. Before parameter form, then after parameter form, then before report trigger. The fourth one does not generate. Why? Because we have only one page. Then, but how we want to see that trigger? Can be possible to split this page? How? Without expand. Without expand, how we can do that? Maximum records per page. Exactly. Very good. Then here we have a repeating frame. we specify the 1, right? So how many records are there? Then we can go to check it. Then now we can go to and go to run before parameter form, and then I can specify 10. In 10 we have only 3 records. Let it be check it. And after parameter form before report trigger, then first page does not fire. Go to second page, it will be fire. This is between page trigger. Okay, and third page between page trigger. Then we completed 3 pages, but it is fire only 2 times, right? Then now again we can go to implement the last one. The last one is after report trigger. Then here this is after report trigger. Compile it and close it. Now let it be check it. Then what happened in this one? First one before parameter form, then after parameter form, before report, then between pages. Now I want to close it, but it is not fire. After trigger does not fire, but where we are able to see the output? Where we are able to see the output? So we are able to see the output in within the report only. We are not check the report in print previewer. Once we are check the report output in preview, then only the after report trigger is fire. So that report output will be able to see in within the editor only. That is the reason after report trigger does not fire. Okay. Then now we are going to check it. Then here we want to go to file, print preview. Before generate the output, we are going to checking a preview of the output there. This is before parameter form, after parameter form, before report trigger. This is the actual output. This is the actual output, right? Each and every time there only we are going to check the report. Go to second page, between pages, third page, between pages. Now we want to close the report. Okay. Once we close the preview, here it will be find out the after report trigger. Clear on that? So in this manner we are working with these report triggers. It is a very important in Oracle application, but please keep in your mind how we are going to execute these report triggers in report builder. Okay? What happened?
What we are going to go report triggers? What is the use of report triggers?
If you want to execute some PL/SQL logics, suppose runtime we want to do any calculations, or if you want to do any DML operations, or
step by step execution procedure.
Step by step. Why we want to go for the step by step?
If you forward that any calculation
Data at runtime. So in the same manner, here also we want to develop a one report. Already we have a report, and already we have a parameter, right? Now I want to now I want to implement the validation trigger on that particular parameter. Suppose the end user is passed the value. How many departments we have? 5 departments, right? 10, 20, 30 and 40, 50, right? The end user always pass the values up to how many departments? Only 5 departments. Suppose the end user passes the 60th department, what happened? We don't have any data, right? We don't have any data. But now I want to show you, the report does not accept the 60th department. If in case end user is passed the 60th value, 60th department value, automatically report is show a one message. So you must pass only 10 to 50th departments only. You don't want to pass the 60th department because of you don't have that respected value. So this message we want to pass at runtime. So how we can go to handle that? Then very simple. Here, before going to work on validation trigger, we want to delete the coding in report triggers. Why? Because each and every time it is disturbed to us. Okay. Then that is the reason I want to delete the coding. If the coding is there, it is clearly shows some P symbol, right? P means program. Clear? So now we are going to run the report, and also I am going to change the maximum records per page. Now we have only one page, sorry. Run it, we have only one page data, right? Now we want to check it. So here, what is our requirement? At the time of runtime, here, if you pass 60, then run it. Here it is showing message. Okay? System does not enter into the output. At parameter window only it is going to restrict to the end user. You no need to pass the value because of that much of number does not available in the database. Okay? Then how we can do that? While using validation trigger, we can validate the values. Okay? Here we can find out our parameter. Okay? In parameter only we are find out the validation trigger. Observe this one. Validation trigger. While using this validation trigger, we can validate the values. Okay? So here, how we can go to validate the values? If parameter D number, okay, greater than 51, up to 50 only it is accepted. If D number 51.
51 is accepted.
50 accepted.
Up to 50 accepted. Is it right or wrong?
If greater than equal to 50,
Yeah. If 51 means up to 50 accepted. Greater than equal to means up to 50 it is accepted. 51 means 50 accepted. 51 does not accepted. Clear or not?
Yes.
Is there any wrong? Then let it be, check it, not a problem. Okay. Then if D number greater than 51, okay, greater than 51, return false. Let it be, check it. Return false. Okay. Else return true. False means it does not accept it. Right? End if. It's a simple if condition. Sorry. Compile it and close it. And let it be, now we run it. And go to program, compile all and run. Okay. If you pass 10, it is accepted. Right? Then again here, if you pass 30, it is accepted. And again here, if you pass 40 also accepted, but 40 we don't have the data, let it be. And 50 also accepted. Then again here, when I want to pass 51 or 60, whatever it may be, let it be. What happened? So why?
Greater than 51.
Greater than equal to is the correct condition.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, maybe we did a mistake here.
Just put greater than or equal to.
Make it
Yeah.
Greater than equal to.
equal to 50.
No, 51 only. 51 is good. Oh, it's 51.
Just
51 is fine. Return false.
condition.
Else return true. Condition.
Then 1 second. Let it be 1 second.
False.
It is a invalid parameter, right? Okay, here observe this one. But it is an invalid parameter input. As a developer, I understand. As an end user, how it is going to understand? End user don't know what is invalid parameter. Okay. Again, keep on. The people is going to pass. Okay, 52. Or else
again it is accepted, again the person is going to 53. Keep on checking, but it is not working. Because of as a developer we can check it from the backend and will be going to execute the value. But as a front end person, the end user don't know which is the value we need to pass. Then here we want to pass a message. We want to show a message or pass a message. How we are going to print a message? How we can print the message? SRW message. Then here go to validation trigger. Here we can write it. Return false. SRW message. Then we should give any number, and here please pass the values less than, yeah, okay, 10 to 50 only, 10 to 50 only, okay, because of we have only 5 departments, okay. Done. Now compile it and close it and run it here. Done. Then if you pass 10, we don't get any message, absolutely the report is working. If you pass 51, okay, then automatically we are getting the message. Okay, that particular message we want to display to the end user. Now end user is understand, okay, please pass the values 10 to 50 only. Then the end user ready to pass a either 50 or 40 or 30 or 20 or 10. But here I have a question. Are we clear on that? Validation trigger? Okay. Then observe this one. How many departments we have? 5 departments. How many departments the employees have? 3. How many employees are having in, how many departments is having the employees? 3 departments, 10, 20, 30. 40th department and 50th department, no one employee is there. But here it is showing null. So whether how I understand whether the employee is there or not. Here end user is understand it is showing empty. But one of the customer is behind sitting into the end user. He is asking to us, yes, I am the one of the customer in your organization. But the means respective report does not show the result. What happened? There. This is the layout model. Okay. Here I want to write a message. I want to write a message. Suppose, say example, I want to write a message. This one I am going to write here. No data found. No data found. So here, is it fine? Whenever we are going to write this fail. Is it accepted? Let it be check it what happened and run it. No data found is there. Okay, again I want to run it. It is okay, fine. For 50th department it is showing. Okay, and 40th department is also showing. But again it is showing data also. Data output also. Is it accepted? We cannot accept. So how we can go to restrict that? How we can go to restrict this message where exactly the data not available in the respected parameter, right? So for that purpose, we can go for the format trigger. We can go for the format trigger, right out. Format trigger. Where this format trigger is available? It is available in frame. Let us be check it. In frame we find out. Okay, main frame. In repeating frame also we find out. Okay, and in field also we can find out. Okay, and in text also we can find out.
Okay, this format trigger is available in four objects. Okay, each and every object it is available. So in format trigger here, this format trigger, observe this one. It is a function. So in this point of time, what exactly we understand? We can write any programming logic in anywhere in the layout model, either frame or repeating frame or field or text also. Let it be. Now here we want to work with that. I want to display this no data found in which department does not have any employee, right? So for that purpose, first of all, how we can go to understand whether the department is having the employee or not? Counting, right? Exactly. We want to count the data, count the record, then only we can understand whether the department is having the data or not. Where we are possible to do the counting? Which column we want to choose that? Summary column, right? Exactly. So I want to choose the summary column and specify here and go to summary column. We can choose the count. So which column we want to count? Employee number, right? Once we complete this one and go to repeating frame, sorry, layout model. Here, observe this one. Here, I want to write a simple logic in this text. Okay. Here, we want to write it. If, then tell me, CS1 equal to 0, then return true, else return false. End if. So very simple, just compare it and close it. Now let it be check it. When I pass 10, it is not coming because of count of employees it is there. Okay. When we pass 40, it is showing, right? When we pass 50, it is showing. Clear? Then here in the same manner, but here I want to print end of the report also. I want to print one more message that is called as the end of the report for every parameter. How we can print that? End of the report. Very simple. Just you can write it end of the report. But you no need to write any business logic. Why? Because end of the report is applicable for every report, right? Then now we can pause it. Applying for the 10th parameter, it is showing end of the report. Then when we go for 50th, end of the report. Clear? So in this manner we are working with this format trigger. Okay. And also while using this format trigger, we want to highlight the colors. We want to highlight the colors and we want to increase the size and decrease the size and filter the data. Okay. Then for that purpose, I want to do something. First of all, I want to remove the parameter. Then we can get the clarity. Okay. Let it be. Go to remove that one. And here also we want to remove it. Now we run it. We are getting the proper output. Now I want to filter the data. Then here I want to see who are having more than 2000 employees, more than 2000 salaries. That employee information I want to see. When we are run this report, we are able to see all data, right? But I want to see only who are having the more than 2000 salary. That employees information I want to see in this final output. So for that purpose, can you tell me where we can possible to write a format trigger? Means logic. In which area? We have 4 areas in there. Frame, repeating frame, text and field. Where exactly we can write the logic? Only salary field. I want to see all information.
Where it is available all fields, repeating frame, then you can go to write a logic in repeating frame only. Then here, if salary greater than 2000, then return true. Else, suppose I don't want to write a return means else statement, what happen? Every will be there, right? Let it be, check it. Right. We are getting only 2000 above salary. Right? In this point of time also we can use the format trigger. And also we can possible to highlight the colors or increase the size. Right? So if you want to highlight the colors or increase the size, which is the package we want to use? SRW package, right? Then here, observe this one. Go to built-in packages. Here we have a SRW package. In that SRW package, we have several programs are there which are applicable for our requirement. Then in that one, yeah, we have a set text color. First I want to apply this one, then as per this one, then we can use any one, it is accepted. Set text color. Then suppose say example, here I want to apply the colors. My condition is different. Then I want to see the output who are having the 2000 above salary. That will be printed as a red color. The remaining all peoples are having the same normal color. Then how we can do that? So where we can write the format trigger? Then here repeating frame, observe this one. In format trigger, here first of all you can write it, I want to print all, else true also, okay? But here we want to apply the SRW message, sorry, not message, set text color. What is that? Red. Okay, let it be, check it. What happened? Then it is not a problem here. Here observe this one. Suppose which is the coding I am writing here. Okay, suppose say example, what happened? Just I copy this coding, this logic, and will be removed here. Now go to apply that respected employee name or salary column. Let it be, check it. Compile it and close it. And will be run it. But now it is working. So here we have one logic is there. Whenever you want to apply the colors or increase the size, whatever it may be, we cannot possible to applicable for entire record at a time. Okay. So earlier we are writing a code in where? Repeating frame. So that is the reason it is not applicable. Okay. If you want to apply this color for each and every column, what we do? The same coding will be writing in each and every column. Each and every column is nothing but a field. Suppose say example, salary and employee and number and job and DEBT number. Then only it is applicable. Okay. So if you want to directly write it in repeating frame, it is not working. Okay. It is nothing to worry. But in case if you want to apply the colors, we can write it. Clear? All of you. So in this point of time, we are working with this format trigger. Okay. The last one is action trigger. Just can write it. It is one of the trigger which is used to call one report to another report.
call one report to another report. Call one report to another report. Have you understand that? Call one report to another report means example. Suppose say example I want to run this report. In that report again I have to specify one more button. Okay. In that button I can write a coding. I can write a coding with the reference of that coding. Okay. Then it will be called the one more report. Okay. But in layout model the respected button is there in 6i version. In 10G version it is not available here. Observe this. It is a gap. Okay. Earlier in this gap we have a button is there. Okay. The respected object is a button. Okay. Just click on that button and will be specify where exactly you want to maintain into the report layout. Okay. Suppose here you can keep it. That button is there. In that button only you can find out the action trigger. The respected button only you can find out the action trigger. In that action trigger we can write a coding. In that button, in that action trigger we can write a coding. Which coding we want to write it? Which coding we want to write it? Very simple. We want to use the respected coding. We'll be writing in SRW. We are using one predefined package. Run report. SRW run report, and here we can give the path, right? Command line. Here we can pass the command line, means here we can specify the where exactly the second output is, second RDF is located. Okay, just you can write an example.